What up, y'all? It's your man Wayne Train back with another joint. So the update finally came, is here for the S20 Ultra, the camera update. So what we're gonna do now in this video is we're gonna go ahead and compare the autofocus now after the update to the iPhone 11 Pro. Quick disclaimer, I haven't done this yet, but I already know this is in a class of its own. For the most part, there may be some close competitors, but don't expect anything amazing here when it comes to after this update. Just saying, this is kind of just more of a testament to show you what Samsung should shoot for and how much room they have to improve on this after this update. But I'm actually not too mad at the update, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So let's get it. Like in the last video, kind of like this, it's still doing a little bit of hunting, but it's better at finding it a little bit. So I'll back up a little bit to try to capture the entire scene. But there it goes again. Not too sure what you want, but then now it's focusing more on that. And you see, that's where like the problem lies. It's not fully and for me, that's the good thing about it, is that I know that it has to be software, because you can tell it's doing what you like wherever you kind of move it towards it. You can tell that's what it's focusing on. But then when you back it up or whatever, that's when it becomes like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want to focus on the tripod? Do you want to focus on the wall? What do you want to do? And then you back up even further, and then it's obvious what you want to do. But as soon as you start to kind of get into like a certain area, so like where I'm like right here, I'm like, what do you really want to focus on? Do you want to focus on this? And then bam, focus. And then you move over, So like I said, there's some pluses, there's some minuses to this whole thing, but all in all, I do see an improvement. But Samsung, don't stop here. This is not the answer. There's definitely more that can be improved upon. Don't save it just for the Note series or whatever. This is an expensive device. $1,400. You owe it to your customers to put all you can into these updates. Come on now. Don't do it. Don't do us like that. This is an amazing phone, and it can be even better if you just show the effort to keeping it, updated. So let's not stop there, Sam. So let's go ahead and check out this, what I did, my last little test. So I don't have my remote, but so just kind of putting different things in front of the camera. So there's a little bit faster, and the transitions were a little bit smoother too, versus prior to the update. But this is what I'm noticing. So while I'm kind of putting it, let me see. So if I move the case more in front of the camera, I think it does better. And then if I move it over here, it's still not where it's like, okay, you're not really seeing that I'm way over here. It's like, okay, you definitely don't want that in focus, do you? And I move it back over here. It's like, oh, okay, there you go. So it's just, you kind of got to help the camera find exactly what you're looking for. Versus with the iPhone, it's so user friendly that it almost knows what you're gonna do before you even do it. So again, I think definitely some room, it needs to be improved, but I see that it's not hunting as much. So kudos to Samsung for that. But I would like for this camera to be a lot more sure of itself, if that makes sense. As if it has a mind of its own. I don't know, can you add an AI software feature to this camera? I feel like maybe that'll help, some type of, I don't know. It may be just missing a little something to make this a more smarter experience. But all in all, it's definitely an improvement. I'm not going to say that some people I'm seeing are saying there's no improvement and I'm returning it. That's cool. People are allowed to do that. Definitely. You have your expectations. My thing is, as a tech reviewer, I want to actually see this thing I want to see it all the way through. When you buy a phone, it definitely should be like all these little kinks and stuff like that should probably be ironed out before you like are ready to showcase it to the world. But come on now, we live in a world where people are trying to do things first. People are trying to be the first at everything. We can't expect nothing less of major corporations as well. They want to be the first to have all these different features on these cameras. They're going to rush things out a little bit. So my thing is, as long as if you're going to rush it out, just be aware that your consumer, your fan, your consumer base, whatever, we're going to be watching, and tech reviewers are going to be watching. So just be ready to hear that from everybody else. That's the whole point of reviewing a tech product, is to review it and check out all these little details, and you know, hopefully they listen to us and then update it again. So that's it for this S20 Ultra. I'm gonna show you now. This is what you be getting on the iPhone 11 Pro. I'm at 4K 30. Saying it should have been the same resolution, so there isn't any like changes or whatever. But like, just check it out, man. Like, I want to know what they did though, man. It's just like, it's just so effortless. Like, so let me go ahead and do the same thing. So I got the S20 Ultra. We're gonna try to focus with that. Like, look at that. Like, no, look how quick it is. Like, you ain't even gotta think about it. Like, here, same thing. Different distances. Like, so, like on the S20 Ultra, it didn't want to focus when it was way over here, but then you bring it in, bring it out. Look at that. Bring it in, bring it out. It's like, these are the things that you gotta, for all the Apple haters out there. Like, I'm a tech man. Like, I like Android, I like Apple. I'm actually hoping for Huawei. Like, if the Huawei phones weren't so expensive, my thing is, you can't be Huawei with no real services, no apps and charge that kind of price. So that's where I'm a little lost at. And that does not mean I'm not, I'd still probably pay for it. But I want to see Huawei in the streets. I want to see all these different companies in their iterations of whatever they got to showcase to us. So for all the Apple haters out there, give your props to Apple, man. Like, give them the flowers, man. Look at this. Like, this is the type of stuff you ain't even got to worry about. Like, with Apple and a lot of their products, that's why people really geared towards Apple. All you got to do is pick it up and go. You ain't never got to ask no questions. You ain't never got to worry about nothing. And that's, like, worthy of the price almost in itself. $1,000, 14 or $1,200, whatever. This one, I believe, was 11, 256 gigs of storage. You could pick this phone up and not have to think about anything. It's gonna do everything you need it to do. You got if you rocking with Apple for real, you got the ecosystem for you. Everything is gonna run smooth. You pick up your camera, you're gonna take amazing photos. You ain't never gotta really worry about things being out of focus. Good job, Apple. I didn't want to turn this into a good job Apple kind of thing, but that's kind of what I said in the beginning. This is just to show you, give you a testament of what like other companies are doing out here. So Samsung, I know the Note is gonna be amazing. Like, this is just a little one-on-one with y'all. So Samsung, I know this is how y'all do with this S series, in my opinion. I always feel like Samsung with the S series of phones, they kind of test the waters, you know, so to speak. They'll just throw out, like, not saying it's just like garbage or anything, because this is an amazing phone, but this is, the S series is like their test series. They'll throw that phone out there, you know, it'll sell well or whatever, but trust and believe the Note series is where they iron out all the kinks. Everything on the software side that they were gonna do with this phone, they make sure it's right for the Note series. You don't really see too many of the, like, all the S problems or whatever. When they get to the Note is fine, amazing. So I almost am guaranteeing that by the time the Note series is like available, camera's gonna be great. They're gonna probably put in dual pixel autofocus because they realize, like, that's what's going down. They're gonna do that. And if they're not gonna do that, they're definitely gonna make sure that this photo, like the camera, is on par with the competition, because quality-wise, in terms of what the output, amazing. But you need autofocus. You do. Never gonna argue that. I don't want to sound like I'm just like a defender of any of these, like any of the things. My thing is, you just give some of the companies some time to get it right. That's all I'm trying to say. So, but again, for $1,400, man, you at the very least need to make sure you stand strong with your consumer base, and getting these updates out. So don't stop at where it's at. I do like the direction. Keep it going. So anyway, man, that's your man. It's your man Wayne Train. I'm out. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the S20 Ultra, if you have one. Any of the lines, I'm hearing that the S20 Plus was actually, look at that. So there goes the downside to the Apple. See how I just got all extra warm on this camera? I don't know why. But the color temperature thing is kind of weird on Apple. So anyway, though, let me know what you think. Like I said, comments below. Let's have a conversation. It's your man Wayne Train. I'm out.